What is the most important scale? If you're anything like me, it's really easy to be overwhelmed by all of the scales. You know, you've got the major scales, you've got the minor scales, then you've got the modes, the Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, Locrian. You've got major pentatonic scales, you've got minor pentatonic scales. Oh, I can just feel the anxiety bubbling up in my blood already. Okay, so when it comes to what's the most important scale to learn, well, they all come from just one scale, which means if we learn that one scale really well and we really lean into that one scale, it's going to make everything else so much easier. Dudes, super quick and then you can get straight to the lesson. I just wanted to give you a shout and let you know that we've actually created this beautiful workbook for this lesson. It's got all of the tab and notation in it, all of the modes, everything that you need to know is in this workbook, okay? So if you want to grab it, download it, print it out, all I've done is I've put a link down in the description below. You can grab it there. It's totally for free. Anyway, dudes, back to the lesson. So, you're probably thinking about, well, okay, what is this one scale? Some of you might already know it. If you don't, that one scale is the major scale.
You serious?
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, so it sounds weird, right? You think, oh, well, I know that major, I know the major scale. You know, I picked up the bass and, you know, I know the major scale, I'm down. Well, just let me stop you right there, okay? 99% of bass players, and this is just a fact, right? 99% of bass players just don't know their major scale well enough. So let me break this down into, I think 6 tips to understand and learn the major scale, okay? So we're going to be dipping into understanding the major scale and learning the major scale as well. So first of all, let's just make sure that we know our major scale, and for example purposes, I'm going to go for the key of C major, okay? C major. And back down. Okay, that is C major. Now, remember when I was saying about all of the modes being included within that one scale? If you know the major scale, you already know all of your modes. You just don't know it yet. And applying the modes is a different thing, but let's learn them first, okay? So get that C major scale and just play it C to C. Let's just do it ascending, okay? C to C. That's the C major scale. All that is a C Ionian scale. So the C Ionian mode and the C major scale, same thing, okay? Now let's play that same scale, that C major scale, but starting on the D. Okay, so you're going to play a C major scale starting on the D, and you're going to play D to D. Okay, so here's the C major scale starting on the D. Now that is actually a D Dorian minor scale. Okay, now if we do the same thing, we play the C major scale, but starting on the E, okay, and go play E to E, C major scale, E to E. Okay, well that's actually an E Phrygian mode, the E Phrygian mode, okay. Now if we play the C major scale F to F, okay, that's F Lydian, okay. Now if we play the C major scale G to G, that's G Mixolydian. If we play it A to A, that's A Aeolian. And then if we play the C major scale B to B, that's B Locrian, and then we're back at C major. So there you actually know all of your modes contained within the major scale, okay? You know them all, okay? Okay, so that's the first thing, is just get the C major scale down, and then get your modes down within the C major scale as well, okay? So that was number one. Number two is learn the common pentatonic shapes within the major scale, okay? So we've got a C major here, okay? Well, first of all, that means if all we need to do to get a C major pentatonic is get rid of the fourth note of the scale and the seventh note of the scale, okay? So that leaves us with root, second, third, 5, 6, and root. 5 notes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the root. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the root, okay? So that's a major pentatonic. Well, what about your minor pentatonics? I'm thinking, you know, somebody's thinking, well, what about the blues scale, okay? Okay, that can't be based on the C major scale, right? Well, it can, okay? Now, a little bit of theory, don't freak out, it's super easy, okay?
Oh my God! Ah!
If we've got C major, the relative minor of C major is A minor, okay? Remember when we were going through the modes and we did C Ionian, D Dorian, E Phrygian, F Lydian, and these were all built from the major scale. G mixed Lydian, A Aeolian. That is the A natural minor scale. Let's play that octave down. Okay, so that's the A natural minor scale. Okay, now let's do the same thing. Let's get rid of some notes out of it. Let's get rid of the second note. Okay, let's get rid of the sixth note. So that leaves us with root, minor third, 4, 5, flat 7, and then back to the root. What does that sound like to you? That's where the blues scale comes from. The blues scale is derived from the major scale, okay? Or the blues scale and the pentatonic scale, minor pentatonic scale, are derived from the C major, or in this case, the major scale, right? So it's really great. Remember, if you're learning your major scales like this, it's really great to see how you can layer all of these things together. Now, also, a couple of tips when it comes to learning major scales, okay? Learning major scales. First of all, you want to learn them ascending and descending, right? And do like a 1 octave and a 2 octave and a 3 octave, whatever, you know, that's sort of like basic stuff. 1 octave, 2 octave. I can't go to 3 octave on here, but I can go as far as I can go. Okay, I can go up there, okay? So learn that kind of stuff. But something else to throw in the mix is doing it in broken thirds, broken fourths, broken fifths, broken sixths. So let me just show you that, okay? So broken thirds would be do da dee da. Major third, minor third, minor third, major third, major third, minor third, minor third, an octave, and I can't sing. Okay, you can do the same with fourths. Can do the same with fifths. Same with sixths. Same with sevenths. Okay, so by learning the scales like that, you're getting out of just thinking about them as these linear lines, and you're actually thinking about them in intervals. Okay, intervals like that, which make better melodies. 2 more tips, okay? First of all, learn all of the arpeggios within the major scale. So the first would be a C major. So all these notes are contained within the major scale, the C major scale in our case, okay? C major 7 arpeggio, D minor 7 arpeggio, E minor 7 arpeggio, F major 7 arpeggio, G dominant 7 arpeggio, A minor 7 arpeggio, B minor 7 flat 5 arpeggio, and then back to the C major arpeggio, okay? All of those are contained within the major scale. You don't need to just go up, you can go down. And onwards, right? Now, lastly, something that is a little bit more advanced, but great fun is, or not so much great fun actually, is learning all of your scales on one string, okay? So for instance, can I play a C major scale just on my E string, playing from the lowest note to the highest note and back again? So this is C major on the E string. Great. Can I do the same thing on the A string? C major scale on the A string. Oops, it looks like not. Same on the D string. Oh, I missed a note out at the top there. Same on the G string. Oops. And they're just some cool ways of practicing your major scales and making sure that you know them. And once, if you do that, just with one scale, the major scale, if you do that, all of the other scales are going to become way, way easier. And that's all I've got to say on major scales today. Anyway, dudes, take it easy and I will see you later in the shed.